Just make sure you get a more feathering shot than last time, please.
Was it no good?
I was like counting behind my Alright guys, let's start standing. We're going to work through our class. Sorry, I just told Dan to take a more fluttering shot than last time where he caught me counting with my fingers behind my butt. Alright, just make a fist with your hands and then start to get a little bit of tension through your body. Start to grip the floor with your feet and then let that tension travel up your body. And then maintain about 30% tension here, and we're going to start with our neck. So chin to chest, and you're going to draw your chin up along your clavicle, look over your right shoulder. Then you can't go any further, side bend, bring that ear down, and then look up. Extend through your neck, rotate over to your left, and then side bend, ear to shoulder, and chin to chest. And one more in this direction. Nice and controlled, staying out of any painful ranges, keeping the rest of your body really still. Good. And then once you put your chin back on your chest, reverse. Good. 2 reps here. Nice. And once you've completed that rep, take your hands across your chest. Just place them on opposite shoulders. We're going to do the same for your upper back. So start to round forward a little bit. Keep your hips from your belly button down, everything nice and still. Rotate to your right, side bend, shoulder towards your hip. And then we extend just to that upper back. Rotate to the left, side bend, and come around the front. And then we go one more in this direction. Try and keep the rest of your body really still. Imagine you're cemented in from your belly button down. Good, and then once you hit the front again, reverse, turn to your left, side bend, extend, over to the other side, and come around, and then one more rep here as well. Good. Awesome, nice work guys, finishing that second rep there. Pop your arms by your side. You can just pop them on the outside of your legs. Try not to let them travel back and forth too much, but keep them on either side. And then we're going to work through some nice big scalp circles here. So pull your shoulders up, back, down, and forward. And we've got a couple more reps there in this direction. Good. And next time you come through the top, reverse. So you're forward, down, back, and up. Nice. And last rep there. Good. From there, pop your left hand across your ribs or keep it down by your side. Right hand palm facing forward. And now we're going to bring the arm across our body and then up into flexion. Once you hit your roadblock there, start to internally rotate, making sure that movement is coming from your shoulder and not from your hands. And then bring the arm around by your side and down. And then lift up and unravel that rotation. Come back through flexion and across your body, making sure that elbow stays locked. Good. One more rep here. Same arm. Bring it across, up, and then rotate. And as the hand is down by your side, the palm should be facing out, palm pointing back, and then we repeat and reverse. Good. Nice work, guys. All right, other side. Right hand across or by your side, left hand palm facing forward. Straight arm goes across your body, up into flexion here, and then rotate. Wind that shoulder up. Good. And then lowering it down by your side. From there, lift up as high as you can, and slowly unravel, bring it back through the top and across. One more here. Make that circle as smooth as you can and keep the rest of your body really still. Good. And across. Nice work, guys. All right, from there, bring your palms facing up in front of you, and we're going to go through a few nice big wrist circles here. Try and keep your hands flat, so try not to cup them, but keep it nice and flat and work from your wrists. Good. And then reverse, other way. Good. Nice. Pausing there, you can give them a quick shake if you want. Start with your palms facing forward, arms by your side. And from there, we're going to bring our palms up towards our shoulders, working against a little bit of resistance there. At the top, squeeze it in nice and firm, then turn your palms the other way and slowly pushing down. Good. Rotate, palms facing forward, and then coming back up to the top, big squeeze, rotate, and palms pushing down. This time, keep your palms down as you bring the forearms back up. So pull it back up the wrist towards your shoulders, then rotate and palms facing up as you bring your hands back down. And one more, rotate at the bottom, back up, rotate, and down. Good, nice work, guys. From there, coming down onto all fours, and we're going to work through some hip casts here. So knee towards your chest, and then up to your armpit, and then out and around. I think we're all very familiar with those. Keep your spine neutral, and make sure you push the floor away with your arms. Good. And then just one more rep here, nice and controlled on this side. Good. Once you've completed that one, turn it around to the other side and work through 3 big circles there. Good. Nice one. Once you've completed that last rep, you can stay on all fours, and you're going to go and work through a few cat and cow. So round your back, out your back. I'm just going to work through the full back, full range, like a global cat and cow for the first couple. And then next time you're back in your cat, so with the rounded back, pause there, keep your chin tucked in, and then from your tailbone, slowly work your way up your spine and segment the movement now. Try and only move the next vertebra. Good. All the way, lower back, mid back, upper back. Last thing is the chin. Pause there in extension, and then go back to your tailbone and slowly work your way back into flexion. Good. And then pause there, go back to the tailbone and repeat. Good. And then last one here, working your way back into that flex position. And once you've completed that and you're back in that flexed cat position, you can just come and sit down on your hips. All right, guys, we're gonna hook our right arm under our right knee, and we're just gonna hold that leg in place, working to our knee cast here. So pull the foot towards you, flex the foot, and then you're gonna turn it out. So externally rotate, you're gonna bring the pinky out to the side. From there, we're gonna start to extend the leg, stopping shy of it being straight. You're gonna rotate, bring the big toe in, and then bring the foot back down. Externally rotate, extend the leg, internally rotate at the top, and come back down. Good, let's do one more there together. A couple of you start it later. Externally rotate, extend, internally rotate, and down. Keep that internal rotation now as you extend the leg again. That's it. Externally rotate at the top, and then come back down. One more here. Bring the foot in, big toe in. That's it. Start to extend the leg, externally rotate, and come down. Good. While we're here, going through the ankle cast on this side. So draw 3 big circles in each direction. Imagine there's a pen attached to your big toe, and you're just trying to draw the circle as big as you can. And then once you've done 3 one way, change it over to the other side. Good. And once you've done that, we'll swap over to the left. Good, guys. So hook that left arm under your left leg. Start with the foot pull towards you. That's it. Bring the toes out to the side. External rotation there. Let's start to extend. And then internally rotate at the top. And come down. Externally rotate at the bottom. Extend. Good. Internally rotate. And down. And then keep that internal rotation as we extend. External rotate at the top. Bring the foot back down. One more here. Good. Extend, rotate, and come down. Good. And then from there, working through 3 big circles. Each direction again on your ankle. And then once you've done that, you can have a quick pause there. Good. Nice work, guys. All right. We're going to work through a few pays and rails. The first one, we're going to set up in a 1990 lunge position. So bring your knee right over your, under your hip, I should say, and you have your front leg knee over your ankle. From there, I want you to think about tucking your butt under. So you have a slight posterior tilt in the hips, and we're just going to find the stretch here. If just tucking your tail didn't give you as much of a stretch, think about pulling your back knee forward on the floor while you pull your front heel backwards. So you're pulling the legs together, and that should bring that stretch on a little bit stronger. Okay? We're going to hold this just for a moment, and then we're going to work through a few pays and rails here. The first one, you're going to push your knee down and really pull it forward, like you're trying to drag it to your front foot. Okay? For the second one, you're going to squeeze your butt, and you're going to try and push your knee out behind you without losing that posterior tilt. So we're not just letting this go, we keep that position. Okay? We're going to go through 3 rounds of 10 seconds in each of them. If you need something for balance, just hold onto a chair or something next to you. All right, let's inhale, guys, and start to push your knee down and drag it forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reverse squeeze here, but try and push your knee out behind you for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, staying in that position, keeping the posterior tilt. And then inhale, and again, push your knee down, pull it forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse, squeeze your butt, push your knee out behind you, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We've got one more round, guys. Tuck your tail again if you need to, and then push your knee down, pull it forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse, squeeze the butt, push your knee out, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Taking one more breath there, and then you can come out. Good, nice. You need to move that hip around for a second, go for it, and then we'll change it over to the other side. Same thing, find the 90-90 position, and then tuck your tail under, hold there for a moment. That's it, good, guys. 3 rounds of contractions. Let's inhale. Start to push your knee down and forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reverse squeeze your butt. Try and push your knee out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax for a second. Soften into the position. Tuck your tail a little more if you need to. And then again, push your knee down, drag it forward. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And reverse, squeeze the butt, push your knee out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Reset that pelvic tilt if needed. One more round. Inhale, push your knee down. Nice and strong contraction and forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time reverse, squeeze and drive the knee out behind for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Staying there. One more breath. And then you can come out. Good. Give the hips a quick swivel if you need to, guys. And then if you have a stick, grab yourself a stick. Otherwise, you can do this against the wall, with the hand up against the wall, or on potentially on the chair rest, or if you have a cupboard that's the right height. We're going to work through some shoulder flexion pads and raids next. So let's make sure. We're going to sit back onto our heels. We're going to have the stick right out in front of us in line with our shoulders. So just making sure this is aligned and it's not out to the side. If you don't have the stick, you just place your hand against the wall, okay? That will work as well. From there, think about keeping your ribs tucked in and then sink your chest down until you're in a position where even if you tried, you couldn't lift your hand off the stick. It just doesn't go up any higher. And just hold that position for a second, guys. The other hand can be on the floor. So you're almost in like in a modified child's pose here. Ribs are in, and then let your chest, your armpits sink down to the floor. And we're going to go through the contractions here. The first one, you're going to try and drive the stick down into the floor. And the second one is trying to lift the stick off. Obviously, the stick shouldn't come off the floor. If it is, you got to walk your hand a little higher. Okay? Let's go. Inhale. Start to drive the stick down to the floor hard. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Try and lift the stick up. Pull it towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, higher, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax into it. Good. Guys, just make sure the elbow is straight. Think about pushing the stick away from you at the same time. Okay? So we don't want any crooked elbows. Make sure they're locked. All right, inhale, and let's start to drive the stick down to the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Try and lift the stick up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax into it. Good. See if you can wiggle your hand a little bit higher, even if it's just half a centimeter or so. And then one more round. Inhale, push your stick down hard for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Try and lift up as high as you can. Do it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, straight elbows, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax into it. Take one more breath there. And then slowly come up. Good. Nice work, guys. And then we're going to do the same for the other side. So find that position. Ribs are in. So we're hollow through the body, not arching our back. Find the stretch. That's it. Good. Walk that hand as high as you can. All right. Straight elbows, reach your stick away, and let's start to drive it down into the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Try and lift the stick up. Recruit all the back of the shoulder. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Soften into it. And then second round, guys. Inhale, straight elbows, drive the stick down hard for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Try and lift the stick up. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax into it. See if you can wiggle that hand up a tiny little higher. Good, that's it. And let's go one more time, guys. Keep the ribs in, elbows locked, push the stick down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And strong effort trying to pull the hand and the stick up to the ceiling. Last effort, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Good. One more breath, and then you can come up and out. Good. Nice job, guys. Roll the shoulders off if you need to for a second. And then we're going to stay in a similar position. So we're going to keep our hips sitting back onto your heels. Both hands are out in front of you. And we're going to try and work for a few reps of just thoracic extension and flexion. Okay, so we're trying not to move our lower back. That's why we're sitting our heels back to block this. And then play around with the right distance for your hands. But personally, I find having them a little further out helps me not to move my lower back too much. Okay, and we're just going to work for time here. So getting yourself set up, straight elbows, keep your neck long so your head isn't moving. It's just your upper back. You're just going to try and extend and flex through there. Good, guys. All right, I pop the timer on. Just making sure your head doesn't do the movement. It's only through your upper back. That's it, guys. Good. Nice, everyone. So it's going to be a small motion, and that's perfectly fine. Rather have it small but really controlled part of your upper back than making it really big and using other areas like your lower back or your neck. Awesome. We're just going for another 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, guys. Our first drill will work on hip extension. Okay, all of us sitting down a lot more. I'll probably focus on hip extension and a little bit of shoulder flexion and thoracic extension to open all of that up. So I think most of you are familiar with this drill. You're going to come into a long lunge position, toes tucked. If you're able to, arms out to the side. If that is too strong though, you have the option to have your fingertips on the floor. From there, we're going to try and keep our hips low. So the hips are pushing down and forward, but we try and lift the back knee off the floor and lower it down. We're not lifting up into a lunge, okay? So your knee might barely come off. That's perfectly fine. 10 reps, and then the last rep, you're going to hold for 10 seconds in this position. So let's set up right leg in front. Oh, it doesn't matter too much if you have the other side out, it's fine. And then just sink down into a nice long lunge. So let the front of your left hip, your back hip drop to the floor as much as possible. Good. Arms out to the side, making fists, or if you need support on the floor, hands down onto the floor. Ready? Let's try and push your hip down, hover your knee off for 1. Push your heel into the wall behind you. And down. 2. And down. That's it. Keep on going. 3. Good. You can tuck your toes here, guys. So don't tuck your toes. That's it. 4. Nice. 5. Keep your hips low, guys. Imagine I'm pushing down on your shoulders. 6. Good. 7. Just think about driving the heel into the wall behind you, lengthening that leg. 8. 9. And last one, extend and hold at the top for 10, 9, 8, 7. Sink your hips lower. 6, 5, 4. Good. 3, 2, 1. And lowering it down. Well done, guys. All right, same on the other side. So find that long position. And then arms up by your side or on the floor. So this heel, you're trying to push that back into the wall behind you to think about straightening that back leg. Ready? Let's go for 1 and down. 2 and down. 3. Good. 4. Keep the hips low, guys. That's it. 5. Sorry, that's 4, isn't it? 5. Here we go. 6. Would have been too good to be true. 7, if I managed one class with counting correctly. 8. 9. Good. Keep low with the hips, and let's hover for the last one. Lift off and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Lower your hips more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good job, guys. All right, from there, I'm going to get you to grab your yoga block or a cushion will do as well if you don't have a yoga block. And I think most of you are familiar with this drill as well, but we're going to pop the yoga block between your heel and your butt. Okay. And Actually, we'll go the other side, right side first. I'll show you right side first. So between your left heel and butt, you pop your yoga block or cushion. And then you're going to set yourself up, arms out to the side or underneath you, wherever you can anchor yourself down into the floor. From there, we're going to straighten that right leg behind us with our toes, the only thing touching the floor. Okay? You can have them flexed or pointed, whatever helps you keep that leg straight. From there, we're going to lift up and hold here for 10 seconds and then lower down. Lift and hold. Try not to let that leg bend, but make sure it's really straight. Okay? 3 efforts of 10 seconds each. So sit yourself back onto your left heel. If you can't get the leg off with the yoga block between your heel and your butt, slide it right behind your knee. So bring it up a little bit higher. All right. Anchor your body down into position. Straighten out your right leg. And let's lift it off. Squeeze your butt. Reach your foot away from you as you lift the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Lock those knees. 3, 2, 1. Control it down. Good. And again, let's lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lowering it down with control. Good. And if that's easy, remove the block. If it's too hard, slide the block up higher. Last effort, guys. Make sure your legs stay straight. Reach the toes away from you and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And control it down. Good job. All right, changing over to the other side. All right, pop the block into place, straighten out the left leg behind you, lock that knee out, and then either tap your toes or point them, but the only thing making contact with the floor on the left side now is your the top of your toes, okay? Anchor yourself down with your arms, and let's lift that leg and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, a little higher, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down, good. Lock that knee out again if it started to bend, and let's go. Lift and hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control it down. Good. And one more effort, guys. If you took the block out on the other side, do the same here, and then hover it off. Let's hold. Lock your knees. Point your toes away from you for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. Good. Really nice, guys. We're going to go one more round through this one. So starting back in that long lunge, okay? That long position, toes tucked, and then hovering off. 10 reps and a 10-second hold on the last. If you used your fingertips on the last round, maybe see if you can go either a lighter or fingers off this time. Otherwise, keep the support down. So find this position, arms out by your side, and let's drive the leg up behind. Try and straighten it up for 1, and down. 2, don't let the hips rise. Good. 3, 4, good, guys. Push your heel back into the wall behind you. 5, 6, that's it. 7, 8, keep those hips nice and low. 9, and last effort, squeeze and extend that leg behind you for 10, 9, 8, 7, lower your hips, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and knee to the floor. Good job. All right, turning over to it, swapping over to the other side, I should say. All right, let's do it. Like, nice long lunge position to start with. Tuck your toes, and let's go. Hover it off for 1, and down. 2, and down. Good. 3, that's it. 4, want to work on that end range, guys. Keep the hips low. 5, 6, 7, good, 8, 9, and last one, up and extend, hold that knee, make sure you drop your hips a little deeper, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly coming to the floor, good, well done. And we're going back into our child's pose from there. So grab your block or cushion if you need it. It's going to go between the the left heel and your butt again, or high up the knee if needed. Ditch the block if you don't. Okay, if it's easy enough without, then just sit your butt onto your heel. And we've got 3 10-second efforts here. So right leg, reach it out behind you as far as you can. Lock the leg out, okay, so there's no bend in the knee. Anchor your body in, and let's lift and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, straight knees, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down with control. Good. Ready for the next one straight away. Keep the knee straight and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. Good. Last one. Make it good, guys. Lock the knee, reach your foot away, and we lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and control it down. Good. Changing over to the other side. Ready, guys? Let's do it. Setting up, left leg straightens out behind you. And let's go. Squeeze the knee straight and lift your leg off. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And again, lock the knee before you lift it, and then from your hips, lift it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lowering it down. And one final effort, guys, make it good. Anchor your chest down, lift the leg, lock the knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and control it down. Awesome, guys. Nice work. If you need a quick drink, go and grab one, and then we're going to need the stick again. If you didn't have a stick, you can use a band. That's perfectly fine, but I think most of you have one. And then we're going to work into our shoulders a little bit next. So just while you're having a sip of water, have a quick look. We're going to work shoulder flexion. We're going to do this standing against the wall, okay? If you don't have a wall space that's suitable, you can do it lying down on the floor. Otherwise, you're going to do it standing today. I want your hands to be shoulder width apart, no wider, okay? So slide them right in, and I'll show you side on first. We're going to bring our toes up against the wall, our arms up against the wall, tuck your bum under so we're hollow. From there, we're going to actively lift off, hold for 5 seconds, and bring it back on. So let's make sure I'm in the shot. Yeah. So if I'm setting up here, my nose and my toes are basically touching the floor. The arms are resting on. And then I'm going to, without letting my wrist flare, pull the hands away from the wall as far as I can, hold for 5 seconds, and bring it back on. Okay, we've got 5 efforts here. Elbows stay nice and straight when we do this. So let's get ourselves set up. If you don't have a wall, you can do this face down on the floor. Just make sure you also have your bum tucked under. Same body shape, but just lying down. All right. Decor coming off the wall and everything. I like it. All right, let's tuck our butt under. Feet and nose should be touching the wall. Hands are on. Reach your stick away from you. And now let's lift it off the wall. Pull the hands back. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower your arms back to the wall. Good. Lock your elbows, guys. If it's easy, walk your hands in closer together. And we go again. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Ross, if it's easy and you have an anchor weight or weight, go down on the floor and hook something on the stick. Let's go again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. 2 more efforts, guys. Reach a stick to the ceiling, and let's go. Lift and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it on. And 1 more there. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest your arms back on. Good. Sorry, Ross, I was just saying that you can do this for the next round. If it's too easy standing for you because you don't have the gravity, do it lying on the floor and put something, walk the hands in, and you could anchor something on the stick if you have, like a little weight or something, up to you. All right, guys, for the next one, if you have a foam roller, grab your foam roller. If you don't, just have a nice thick rolled up towel or a pillow or a cushion that you fold in half. We're gonna set ourselves up with our upper back on the roller, okay? We're gonna think about keeping our ribs tucked down, so shortening the distance between your hip bone and your bottom rib. So we're not arching our lower back, we think about flattening the lower back into the floor. Your arms are by your ears, and then we're gonna fold over that roller and extend just to your upper back, still not letting this go, keep this down. And then we're gonna try and reach our hands towards the floor and come back up, okay? It's gonna be really easy if I let my lower back go and I start to arch through here. So we wanna make sure we keep the belly button pulled in, tuck your butt under, and then we reach up and over. 10 reps there, guys. So setting up, arms by your ears, tuck your ribs down, flatten your lower back into the floor as best as you can, and let's start to reach the arms overhead for 1, pulling to the floor, and back up. Good. And 2, opening up that upper back and the shoulders. 3, good. And 4, keep the ribs down. 5, 6, good. So it should be your upper back and the shoulders doing a bit of work here. 7, 8, 9, and last one, reach and hold for a breath there, and coming back up. Good, nice work, guys. From there, grab your chair, or you could use a couch for the next one if you want to. And some of you know this drill, I think, from having done it in class with me. We're going to set up like a butcher's block. So your hands will, your elbows will be on the chair or the couch, or a coffee table will do, and have them shoulder width apart. We don't want to have them too wide, okay? Your hands will come together into a prayer position to start, and from there we're going to sink down into our butcher's block stretch, okay? I'll show you side on in a second as well. Ribs are tucked in, and we're going to go down as low as you can. Just pull those hands apart and bring them back in. So side on, if you have a look, if you're in this position here and your hands just won't pull apart, come a little bit higher, but keep that posterior tilt and the ribs in. And then we're going to pull the hands apart and bring them back together. So working your external rotators in that shoulder flexion and range, okay? So you just got to have something wide enough for your elbows that they can be shoulder width apart. And we're going to work for time on this one, guys. I don't mind how many reps you get out, but I want you to really focus on pulling your wrists away from each other, not just the fingers, but your whole hand, all right? Let's do it. Sinking down, tuck your ribs in so you're hollow, like you would be in a handstand, not arching your back, and then start to pull those hands away from each other and bring them in. If they come apart easily, let your shoulders sink down closer to the floor. If they barely come apart, then you're going to come up a little bit higher with your armpits, okay? It should be quite hard work if you're doing it right. Good, guys. Tucking your ribs in. Nice. Let those armpits sink a little lower if it's quite cruisy where you're at. Good, guys. A little longer here. On the next rep, pull your hands apart and hold there for 5, 4, wider, 3, 2, 1. Control them back in, and then you can come up from there. Awesome. Really nice. All right, from there, we're going back into the shoulder flexion lift-ups with the stick here up against the wall. Okay? So if shoulder width was quite easy, walk your hands in a little bit closer. Otherwise, keep them shoulder width apart. Make sure your elbows stay straight. If shoulder width means that the elbows have to bend, then almost go a little further. All right, tuck your butt under, nose and toes touching the wall or the floor. And then lift your arms off and away for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest them on the wall. Lift off for 2. Hold there as hard as you can. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest your hands on. Good. So we've got 3 efforts to go. Make them work. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. And 2 more. Let's go. Lift off for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lowering down. Good. And 1 more. Lift and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. Nice job, guys. Coming up from there, we're going back onto our foam roller or the towel, okay, for the extension ones. So get that foam roller right back into your upper back. And then tuck your bum under, flatten the lower back towards the floor so your bottom ribs are down, pushing towards your hips. Take your arms by your ears and let's reach up and over for 1. Good. And up. 2. Try not to let the rib cage flare too much, keep the rib down. 3. Good. 4. Imagine someone is pushing down on your bottom ribs. 5, so that you're really opening up over that roller. 6. Good. Reach your arms away from your elbows are locked. 7. That's it. Make yourself long. 8. Nice. 9. And 10. Good. Awesome. Coming back up from there, we've got 1 more on the slow clap. So you're setting up in that butcher's block position, hands together, ribs in, and then pull those hands apart. This one is timed again. So when you're ready, just find your position. Tuck the ribs in before you sink the armpits towards the floor. Pull the belly button in, and let's do it. Pull your hands apart. Pulling from your wrists, not your fingers or your palms. Good. Really hollow out through that body. Good. And then pulling your hands away from each other. Good. Beautiful, guys. That's looking good. If it's easy, sink your armpits down lower without letting the ribs flare out, and that should make it harder. Good. Almost there. All right, on your next one, let's pull those hands apart from each other. Hold there, pull them away for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring them back in and come up. Good. Nice work, guys. All right, for the next one, we're gonna, if you need to have a quick drink, go and grab one. Sorry, I'm like just pushing through it, but have a quick drink. And then we'll need a yoga block, a book, or if you don't have a tennis ball, will do as well. Just something your knee can hover over. We're gonna work on a little bit more hip extension, but with a bent knee, okay? I'll just give everyone a couple of seconds to get back to the screens. So this time we're going to work the hover. We're going to work a hover in hip extension. We're going to do this facing down to the floor, and we're going to have a bent knee. So you're actively pulling your heel to your butt at the same time. So you're going to set up with a block on the outside of your knee. From there, you're going to pull your heel towards your butt. You can rest your chest down, and you're going to try and tap your tail under. If it helps you keep yourself honest, have your hands just under your tummy, okay? So you can feel when you start to relax onto it. From there, we're going to hover over that block. So you're going to tap the tail, you squeeze your butt, you're going to lift up. You're going to take the leg out to the side and place it down. Keep that bum tucked, lift, and then hover it back over the block down by your side. So we're going to lift into extension, but then work out into abduction. Just be conscious that when you lift up, and as the knee goes out, you're not rotating. So your foot doesn't drop in, but you keep the foot out. So it's going into abduction and then break in. Does that make sense? Yeah, awesome guys, let's do it. We're working for time here, so you just work however many good quality reps you can. If you're getting cramps in your side butt, just smile and make it cramp even more, okay? I want you to try and pull that heel towards your butt actively. Good. And your bum's tucked under, so there's no arch in that lower back. You got a very curious cat, Dom. She's very cute. Good, guys. Keep on going. Just check that your hips are still tucked, or your butt's still tucked under, and that your foot isn't rolling inwards. Keep the foot over your knee as you bring that leg out into abduction. Good. There you go. Over halfway. Keep your chest and everything low. Good. Almost there. Hovering over, place it down on either side and repeat. Finish the rep that you're on. Good. Once you've done that side, just move the block over to the outside of your other knee. You're going to make it harder by pulling your heel closer to your butt. So if you need to scale it, go for it. Keep your bum tucked under. Belly button off the floor, or attempting to see your lower back is neutral. And let's go lift up and hover over. Sorry, I'm just having a laugh at Dom's cat, not at any of you. Good, keep that foot pulling out to over the knee. Don't let it rotate. There's no rotation in the hip. It's just extension into abduction, back to extension. Good. Keep your spine in neutral and try not to let your hips roll from left to right. So as you lift your leg that you're working up, you shouldn't tip over to the other side. Both hip bones should stay exactly where they are. There's no shifting in your pelvis. You're literally just using your glutes to hover that leg up and over. 15 more seconds. Good, keep on going. 3, 2, and 1. Finishing that rep that you're on. Good. Awesome. From there, we're going to work a little bit more into active extension through your back. We're going to do this with an arch hold, but we're going to work in a passive range hold, if you so. So you're going to use your fingertips to help yourself come up into an arch position. You're going to engage your back, and then you're going to remove your fingers. You're going to hold for 10 seconds, and then lower back down. Push back up. Try as you lift your hands not to let your chest drop, but hold it in a position that you can actively maintain it. Okay? 3 efforts of 10 here. All right, guys. Let's do it. So legs stay down. Use your fingers to push yourself up into a nice extension through your upper back. The hips stay down on the floor. Good. And now activate your upper back or your back to hold yourself there and remove your hands slowly for 10, 9, 8, stay high, 7, 6, higher, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly lowering down. Good. Keep your neck long, guys. Try not to crank it too much, okay? Push yourself up with your fingers. Find that position, engage your upper back, and remove your hands and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Good. If the last couple rounds were fairly easy, challenge yourself and push a little higher with your arms. At the point where you really have to work to be able to stay there. Push up, engage your back, and remove your fingers for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and controlling back to the floor. Good. Nice job, guys. All right, we're going one on each of those, starting back with the hip extension one, with the block on the outside of your knee, hovering up and over. You can start on whichever leg you like. Good. Awesome, guys. Squeeze the heel to your butt. And now tuck your bum under and then start to hover that leg out to the side. Being really aware of that rotation. So we don't want to let your foot roll inwards. You want to pull the foot out. Good. Slow and controlled, guys. If it's easy, slide the block up a little bit higher up your thigh, but only if you can keep both hip bones facing down, so there's no shifting from left to right happening, and you can do it without arching your back. Good, you're just over halfway. Good. Don't let your foot roll in. The foot stays out over the knee as it travels out to the side. Good. Almost there. And that is time. Good. Nice job. Swapping over to the other side. All right, ready? Let's do it. Tuck your butt. Pull the heel towards your bum. Good. And then hovering up and out. Actively pull your foot out to the side. So your side butt should be doing some work here. If your foot is in on the midline while your knee is out, then you start to rotate. Nice, everyone. Keep on going. Got about 20 more seconds. Tuck your bum under a bit more if you need to. Just checking in you haven't started arching your lower back. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Nice job. Back into the arch hold. So you can just take the block off to the side, coming down here, feet together. Use your fingers to push yourself up, and then engage your back. Remove the hands. 3 10-second efforts. Let's do it, guys. Lifting up as high as you can, but you really have to work to hold yourself. Then use your back to stay and remove your hands. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, higher, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly lowering down. Good. Push yourself back up to the top and try really minimize any drop when you take your hands off. Ready? Hold and hover for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Control yourself down. Good. Really nice. And we've got one more effort. Pushing up nice and high. And let's go. Hold there, hands off for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming back down. Good, really nice. From there, guys, now that we've worked on all the different components of hip extension, thoracic extension, and shoulder flexion, we're going to put it all together and finish with a little bit of bridging work, okay? I'm going to give you 3 different options, or there's a few different depending on where you're at, and you can choose how to scale it, okay? The most gentle version and easiest one will be just lying on the floor. You're going to grab at your ankles, you're going to pull your shoulders together underneath you, and then you're going to push up into an ankle bridge, okay? You try and push your sternum over this way and your hips up to the ceiling. That's easiest variation. The next option up from there is coming into a kneeling position, tuck your toes, and then you're going to grab your ankles with your hands, you pull the shoulders back, you push your chest up and drive your hips forward. So we're not dropping the bum back, but really extending forward. Okay, you can make that a bit harder by untucking your toes. If you're comfortable, you're welcome to go with your feet elevated against the wall, okay? So for this one, I'm just going to go up to the store bar, so wish me luck. You're going to just kick up like you would for a handstand, but further away from the wall, okay? And then you're going to walk your feet into a position. You can push your chest out, shoulders out over your wrists, pushing away from the wall and hold there. Your hips can either be bent, or you can bend your lower back and drop the hips down, or if you prefer, you can keep a straight position here, okay? But the important part is pushing your shoulders away from the wall, trying to get them over your wrists. If anyone has a good full bridge and they're comfortable to do the full bridge on the floor, that's your 4th option there, okay? So choose your variation. We're going to work through about 2 to 3 efforts of 30 seconds. If you need to come out before, please do. You don't have to stay for the full 30 seconds, okay? Let's do it, guys. Choosing your variation. And then when you're ready, let's go. 30 seconds here. Good. So pull the shoulders back, really open up your chest and sternum. Push your hips forward. So squeeze your bum. You're going to push your hips either up to the ceiling or forward if you're in the kneeling variation. Good. That is 20 seconds. Try and drive the shoulders out and over your wrists if your feet are elevated in that bridge or you're in the full bridge. And that is time, 30 seconds. From there, guys, just come, if you like, into a child's pose or onto your back to tuck the knees to the chest for a second while we have a quick rest, just to counter that extension. Good. All right, 10 seconds, and then we're going to go again. You can stick with the same variation, or you can go and change it if you either need to scale it up or scale it down. Ready? Let's go in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Nice, guys. Squeeze your butt, open up the chest, so really pull the shoulders back. $15 more seconds if you're able to. Good. Looking strong, guys. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming down. Just rest in the child's pose or knees to chest for a second, and then we've got 1 more effort to finish up with. Just taking a couple of breaths. All right, let's get ready. 1 more effort here, guys. Choose your variation. We're going to go in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Nice, guys. That's looking strong. Keep squeezing your butt. Keep pushing through your shoulders. Sternum up. Keep your chin. If you're in the kneeling bridge, keep your chin tucked slightly. Or almost in every variation, actually keep that chin slightly tucked in. 5, 4, 3, 2, And one, well done, coming down. Good. Sitting back in a child's pose, guys, and then you can just walk your hands from left to right a few times. Keep your heels glued, or your hips glued here, glued onto your heels. And then just walk your hands over side to side. Good, and once you've done a few of those, we are all done for today, guys. Good job.